All right, everybody, welcome back to Google Sheets. Today we're going to work a little more with our formulas. Over here you saw the formulas we did. We used sum, and now we're going to use the rest of them, the average, count, max, and min. Okay, so first let's go to our first Google practice sheet where we did the colors of the rainbow. Okay, and let's go ahead and talk about average. Okay, so what is an average? An average is you know what an average is. Take all the numbers and find kind of the middle amount, the number that is the middle of all of them, right? So if I have all these numbers here, how could I find an average? Well, I can either do equals, the sum divided by the number, right? Or I could just hit average. Okay, these are suggestions, but I actually don't want those. I'm going to go over here to my Sigma and click average. And then drag 1 through 6, right? Not 21, because we don't want 21. And the average of the red numbers is 3.5. Let's make sure I know what I'm doing here. Okay, average. Okay, go ahead and put an average in for all of our colors. Equals average. Hold your cursor down and drag it across the numbers you want. Equals average. Interesting. I bet this average is 17.5 if I were just a guessing man, judging by patterns. Let's see. Did I watch that Super Bowl? Oh, I was wrong. 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Crazy stuff, huh? What a good game. Okay, and the rest. Okay, let's do indigo a little differently. How would we do with old school if we didn't have the average button? I could do equals sum of these numbers, right? And then I click out here, divided by, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 6. A manual average, right? But using the formula makes more sense because it's cleaner. All right, so there we go. We have average. Okay, the next one we're going to want is a maximum. Say you have a bunch of numbers and you're going to want to know the maximum. Okay, you can hit equals max, drag those numbers, and it's going to tell you which one's the highest. Now, this is pretty easy because we have our numbers in order. But say you have a large spreadsheet with a bunch of numbers and you're going to want to range. Instead of looking through and making a mistake, you can double check and make sure you have the maximum number. Did y'all get that riddle? We talked about you get to a mountain and there's one wrong way and one right way, and there's twins there. One of them tells the truth and one lies, and you only get one question. Which question do you ask? A lot of y'all said to ask the brother if your brother tells the truth. So if you ask your brother, does your brother tell the truth? Or what would your brother say? He says, oh, he would say go left. But how do you know if that's still the one who's telling the truth or not? What would your brother say? He would say go right. Because he's a liar or because he tells the truth. If they tell you why, then yeah, that would make sense. But if they just say, oh, he would say go right, you still don't know if they're lying to you or not. Okay, great. That's your maximum, and it should all accord. And by the same token, now we have our minimum. Equals minimum. There we go. Let's go through. Let's add all of our minimums. Equals minimum. Now you could actually, instead of clicking on it, you could just say equals min parentheses. Right? If you already kind of know what you want. You just want to be faster about it. Remember, tab gets you out of there. Equals min parentheses and fold. Good. Okay. Average, max, min. Let's do count. What is count? What do you think count is? He's going to add them all up. The count of them? No, that's the sum. Maybe a median, maybe a mode. It's probably going to be how many there are. Right? If you know how many total you have, boop, 6. You can hit count, right? Count not what the numbers are, but how many numbers there are in general. So there should be 6 for each one. There we go. Just some easy formula uses. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and highlight all of these. I want to bold them. Okay, and then I actually want to add a border. So let's go ahead and come over here where these borders are. And if we select the first one, we see that we have everything bordered out. Okay, now if I come here, let's try the one on the top right with just the outside. It has a little box. Right, if I wanted to go all the way across, do a little tally mark, right? So what I could do is I highlighted all of these. I went to border, and then here I kind of said what style I want. So say I want it all the way around to be this style, and then I selected the one that goes all the way around. All the way around, it's the little dots. Okay. Say I want to bold the whole row. Get out of there. Leave me alone. Say I want to bold the whole row. There you go. Say I want to box the whole row. Right? Sometimes you want to give the bottom line, you want to have it in a hard border. Now, these are the options for how you would do that. You could even do a border color. Say you want all your blue ones to be blue. And all your red ones to be red. Okay, go ahead and make all of these the colors. Pause it and make all of those the colors. Wonderful. Okay, welcome back. Let's go to our Apple Store practice. Okay, we have all these numbers here. Let's do the same thing. We're going to do an average. We're going to do a maximum. We're going to do a minimum. And we're going to do a count. Right? What is my average sale of the week? Right? For 1 week, when I sell all my products, on average, these products make or sell. Wrong. Why is it wrong? Let's see. Average. You got to put average, not AVG. Try to shortcut. Equals average tab. There we go. So on average, each product sells $6,000. Now, obviously, there's much less. The iPod Shuffle is only $500 in sales, where that MacBook is almost $10,000. Okay. And then the average tax would be, put our little equals average, drag and click, $475, leading to an average total of $6,000. What about a maximum? What about a maximum? Get a max in there. What about a minimum? Sorry, minimum goes down here. Okay, so here's where we go. I put the minimum in the wrong spot, didn't I? The minimum needs to go down here. So why don't I just control, or I'm sorry, double click cut, go to minimum where it should be, and double click paste special. And you're going to paste formula. If you just paste the value, it's going to take that value. If you paste the formula, it's going to keep us with, see, look up here where I made the mistake, minimum C3 to C19, C4 to C20. Oh, I missed one. I missed this one. So it kept the formula the same, but it shifted, like this was our range, but I dropped it down one, so then it dropped the range down one to this range. So we're missing one. But the minimum's still the same because that number is higher than the minimum. So let's get that out of there. Let's just try to cut and paste and see what happens. Cut, paste, just hit paste. And as we can see, it keeps the same exact range and formula. Okay, excellent. But I actually want it to be over here too. So I'm just going to drag and drop that left over. And let me check my formula. Is it correct? A minimum of B3 to B19. Yep, that's what I want. So by that token, I could probably just drag my maximum out across the way. Wow, what a handy tool. It's like magic. Okay, now we're going to do the count. You're going to hit equals count. We're going to define our range here. Tab. And then we're going to take it all the way across. But is count a number? A dollar sign? No. How do we put this in dollar signs to begin with? We hit the currency button. If I hit the currency again, will it go away? It will not. What about the percent button? That's not what I want either. Maybe just plain text. 17. There we go. Highlight these. Go to my 1, 2, 3. What do I want them in? Plain text. 17, 17, 17. I don't want them left justified, though. I want them right justified. And there you have it. Make sure you have all this figured out. Okay, and we're going to check and make sure that when you click here, you see the formula up here. That's what we're looking for. Don't just copy these numbers because we're checking up here. This is what we're giving you a grade on, not down here. Go ahead and go to practice 3, and let's think of 5 ways that you can use this Google Sheet technology. Google Sheets technology. Okay, go ahead and brainstorm 5 ways. Right, I'll give you 1. Taxes, bake sales, science projects, right? You're going to use them a lot. And we're going to learn how to make graphs and stuff off tables eventually. Okay, go ahead and give me 3 more. So let's change it to 6. I already gave you 3 because I'm nice, of course. Give me 3 more. Okay, great. Once you do that, I want you to open up a 4th sheet. Open up a 4th sheet. Title it Class Roster. Okay, and in this roster, I want you to go split screen. Okay, and I want you to copy all this information down in that sheet. Okay, we're going to need it for tomorrow. So copy all this down in that sheet. Go split screen. All right, where you do one on one side and one on the other. And get to work. Biology test scores. Quarter 1. Boop. Did it. All right, great. Have a good day. Happy Monday. Go Cowboys.